What is going on, JG True? Happy Monday. Hope you are having a good day. Today, we're going to talk about season two and kind of do our 1 week check in on the season. I just want to talk about how I feel about the game and what I expect for this season and the more I've played it. So, speaking of the more I've played this season, I've started to learn it's getting a little bit boring already, and that concerns me. I talked about how good season two is, and it could be peak. And this is kind of a follow up to that video about a week and a half ago. It was the second day of the season I posted it, and at that point, the season always feels good. It's the second day of the season; you're still getting used to stuff, having fun with it. But to a certain extent, I'm a little concerned about this season. I worry about some things, such as loophole balancing, still a little bit, and content. I think the content-wise, actually, I shouldn't be as worried about. It's mainly the loophole balancing. Over the last few Fortnite seasons, we've had a lot of times where these seasons have just been kind of screwed up in the middle, and it's kind of been very frustrating to watch, but I'm hoping that's not the case this season, but it just feels that way, doesn't it? I've been through a lot of seasons, and I know a lot of you players have been through these seasons too, and you feel me the same way. I feel that since the start of Chapter 5 seasons have kind of just had some issue pull up during the middle of the season. Chapter 5 Season 1, it was not enough content, and it was a collab, and that was it. It was still a fun season, because the content that came out was good. Chapter 5 Season 2, it was not only a lack of content, it was not great content. We had a collab take over the whole theme of the season, and the season after about the halfway point just fell on its face, and then we had some loophole balancing issues with the water bending. Then wrecked, Epic didn't split the loopholes, so us casuals couldn't have fun screwing around with cars the whole season. They were nerfed into the ground. There was a lack of content. Nitro Fist just took over the season. The cars at that point just became annoying. Reload came out, and the season just sucked. It felt pointless, and it almost felt like it was a waste of our time to play. Correct. And then Chapter 5, Season 4, loophole balancing was at an all-time low. I mean, it was so bad with the jetpack and bullet drop. It was clearly not play tested properly, and zero build that season was an absolute nightmare to play. If you don't like builds, I mean, I bet you hate this season like I do. It got better in the final 3 weeks, but does it matter? No. The season's already been bad. Chapter 5 already had the issues, and it was just not fun. And then Chapter 2 Remix, lack of content. They didn't do enough for it, I thought. And yeah. And then Chapter 6 Season 1. Probably the strongest season we've had in a while. But toward the middle and end of the season just got brought down from a really good season to just a good season because of loophole balancing with the Typhoon Blade. Eventually players learn how to exploit it, and no nerfs whatsoever, or very minimal nerfs that don't change anything. Guys, 2 damage nerfs don't change anything. And then the Hollow Twister, same thing, barely nerfed. 2 damage nerfs don't change anything. Railgun, hit scan snipers, I hate them. Especially when they can shoot through rocks and cars and walls. It's just not good. That season was only in Chapter 2, Season 7 for a reason, because it was the only meta it fit into. Now Fortnite does not make sure that weapons fit into the metas. They just kind of throw them in there and see what happens, and then they really normally don't adjust from it, which is very unfortunate, but I wish they did. And then the explosive repeater, you can shoot the ground and do damage. Wow, you can be awful and fun with that thing. Really awful. So that was Chapter 6, Season 1, and now this season, a lot is leaked. And I feel like when I look at the rest of the season, I'm excited but worried at the same time. I could even say I'm conflusted about the future of this season. I think that it could be really good. It could strengthen the season. Or it could just hurt the season like last season in the middle of the season. It could. The updates we have sound pretty good. There's a lot of exotics being added. There's new exotic jump rocket launcher coming next update. That's going to shore up the mobility problems a lot. I cannot wait to use that thing. We're getting a new high stick accelerant hollow twister AR. Oh gosh, that thing's going to be really overpowered. We have a new collateral exotic coming. The one I'm concerned about is the explosive Mammoth pistol. Please don't be overpowered. Please don't. Ugh. Hoping it's like the explosive red eye where it's like the explosives do a little bit of damage, but it's not that bad. I just don't want an overpowered. I don't want the Mammoth pistol to have its big damage plus an explosive repeater like that would really hurt the game. It really would. They're going to be sold in black markets, so that's clearly building on this risk reward, making this season really risk reward. That's something I need when you guys watch my gameplay. It'll be in the background. Something I need to do. I need to play more aggressive. I play too scared. I don't know why. It's just I have a lack of confidence, and I'm probably gonna honestly. I think I'm gonna get a Fortnite coaching and get a training plan and actually learn what my weaknesses are, and I'm gonna go from there, and I can start to play more risky and aggressive and feel confident. So we're gonna fix that problem with me. You guys don't need to worry about it. I'll figure it out probably by next week or two. All right. But yeah, this season is gonna be either a big hit, or either gonna turn to a big hit or turn into a big miss. The pump and dump's another thing where it has to be balanced because if it isn't, it's gonna be a disaster. I'm happy that the outlaw shotgun's coming to the game. I like that. Looks like a good shotgun. Looks like I'm gonna enjoy it. I like that. The meta is gonna change up throughout the season. This is kind of a new thing Epic's trying, where they're gonna try to add season content throughout the middle of the season. Kind of started off slowly and then build up, which I think could be a good idea. We're just gonna have to see. But yeah, I think loophole balancing is one thing that rides on the rest of this season. I also would like Epic. You guys, the pressure's on you. Marvel Rivals is contending with this game, taking the player base from Fortnite, okay? Epic. Players are counting on you. There's glitches in the game that last for way too long. Epic. Care. Have some care. Don't just be here to take our money. People already don't like that you're money hungry, but you know what? They'll stop complaining if you're not lazy about it. If you actually put time into making changes and balancing stuff while nerfing it stuff, buffing stuff, making the appropriate adjustments. Fixing glitches. Come on, Epic, we believe in you. We do. We want this. Clearly, it looked like after last season, Charlie Wen and that team, they were figuring out, damn, we better lock in. I think they already knew that after Chapter 2 Remix. And to a certain extent, they were locked in last season. They're more locked in this season. I'm happy that that's the case. But still, it just doesn't feel like the effort's there. But Epic, I'm hoping that your effort takes a big improvement this season, because we all believe that it can. We all count on you to do it well. Let's have this season be a hit, because I think it can be. But also, I just don't want history to repeat itself. I don't know why it feels like we can't get excited about the game anymore. I want that to change. I'm making this video because I don't want the game to die. When I say I'm conflusted, what I mean is, if the game continues to have the same problems and is not at a good but not great level, I am concerned about the future of the game. The time is now to go from good but not great, or not good enough, rather, to great and back to what Fortnite is. There's people like Clark Clint, who are other commentary channels that kind of we're competing against in a way, I guess, right? In subscribers' views, right? And he says Chapter 6 feels like Fortnite again. I agree with that to a certain extent. But the issues the game has just feel much easier to fix problems, and we just need that to happen. As a community, we need to come together and motivate Epic. We need to be tough on them. Be firm on them. They've changed the whole cheating system. That's another thing with Epic. When reports come in, you look at them right away. You don't wait a week. You say something to people. You don't leave them wondering when they find someone clearly hacking if they got banned. It's a part of game honesty. Epic, we count on you. We want this game to be successful. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think of Season 2 and what you think the future of the season holds. for really the future of the game, because it just feels telling for the rest of the season of what the game's going to look like down the road. And I want it to go in the right direction. And I hope a lot of you do as well. I'll see you on the next one, JG Crew. Peace.